me who are trying to expose things and look at the truth and get the truth out there are considered information terrorists by the powers that were, and that's the problem. They don't want information getting out. They don't want the truth getting out because it'll just undo all their systems and thievery, and they won't get away with it anymore. So
You're right. You're exactly right, Jen. That's why I came on tonight to just put the hammer down because I want people to know what they don't know or what they suspected but they weren't sure of. And I can validate some things because by the end of this week, people that are listening to me, they'll say, let's go verify some of these things he's saying. By the end of the month, I have a lot of followers just in the fact that I make sense. And you know that yourself. You've met me. I mean, you see them trying to arrest me while I'm making a movie. Well, because I tell the truth.
that's true.
So I look at this way now. If not you, Jen, if not you, Max, if not you, Nicole, if not me, then who? Who's going to do this work?
Can I just suggest something? Somebody just suggested something in the Wolf chat room that why don't I do these shows live on YouTube?
You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a problem doing that, Russ?
Indirectly, that's kind of what we're doing. If we have a player that we can tell everyone to go to, actually, I posted another link here that you can go to and take off right from BuzzMac Radio. It's my server address, and if you type that in, you can go directly right back to the show.
I want to make a suggestion. It is possible to do it on YouTube. I don't feel that it's safe to do it, though. I prefer the Zoom format because it is encrypted, and then we have control of its content in case it disappears on YouTube.
That's exactly right. Besides, this show is being recorded on my Zoom apps, and when I finish here, it downloads into my hardware, my hard drive, and then I also put it in another locations in case it gets erased or something. If YouTube takes it down, I don't problem. I can put it back up again because I have copies of it. And not only that, I have BitChute, BITCHUT. They're going automatically in there. They can't erase that.
Well, I think what you're doing is having it in a number of places and realizing, YouTube is almost a dinosaur now. It's not going to be the place that people go anymore. I will not post anything more on YouTube. I have about 7 YouTube sites, and I've boycotted YouTube now. They made a lot of money on me over the years, and I'm not allowing them to continue. So I've got 7, 8 other places platforms that I use, and I would suggest that you do a search to find out what's best for you. And if you've got good content, which you do, and good guests, which you do, and good hosts like you do, people will come. It's like the field of dreams. You build it and they will come. YouTube is not the place that it used to be. Once Google bought them out, it changed completely, and it changed for the worst. And in my feeling, stop allowing them to make money. Google is making money on a lot of people. Everything you say and do is being given to the NSA or Homeland Security or some other covert group, and everything is being watched, looked at very closely. So I would say take back your internet sovereignty, take back your freedom, and find a platform where everybody can meet. And I think you've got that, because that's why, they erased my social security number. Now I've erased YouTube's presence, their channel. I don't go there. Matter of fact, I've got, like I said, 7 different YouTubes. And if you ask me for the passwords, I don't even remember one of them. Because every time I turn around, somebody's hacking them. I'm saying, what do I want to go there for? What do I gain by going somewhere? If thine eye offends you, Max, pluck it out. So, I don't use YouTube. YouTube to me is poison. I've been poisoned enough times to know that if I want change, I must change. I must do something different. I don't have an ego. I tell my truth and I wear my pants the same way. And I told my mom before she crossed over, I said, Mom, I said, the only thing I'm guilty of is I got the same DNA as my grandfather. I put my pants on the same way. I speak my truth and I stand up, and hold strong and hold true to who I am and what I believe, because that's what we've got. Because the money burns in the fire. If you're not a good person, you don't have good integrity, you don't have the right intention, you know, you might as well go to hell. If there's a hell, I'm not going.
Uh,
Yeah.
no such
Yeah.
thing.
Our format is good the way it is, I think. And I don't trust YouTube either. It's corrupt and it's very controlling. And I think the way we do it now is good.
Yeah. So anyone that wants to see any of my videos that I'm doing recordings now on Zoom, which is end-to-end encrypted, you can go to bitchute.com and look, and just to look for me, just put max 21D. That's all you have to do. A D as in David, 21D. Just go there and you'll see me there. You'll see all my videos. All this I'm doing now it's not just audio. I download everything, audio and video, in case something goes wrong. It's recorded and also MP3, MP4 at the same time. So we're coming very close to the end here, Stephen, and we're going to go to have part 3 next week, if you don't mind.
No, I would love to do it. I think next week for me is going to be a very fun time for me because I will share the origin of Earth and other places and legends, mysteries, and things that people clamor for that they want to know more about. And this is probably going to be my last interview, unless you guys keep inviting me back. But I won't be doing with anybody else for the rest of this year. I've paid my dues.
Well, we've had a lot of feedback from the chatters and they love hearing from you. So I hope it's not the last that we hear from you next week. And maybe we'll
Well, you know what?
pop you in a couple more times.
I love you all dearly, and I really do. And you have an admiration society here in New York, and I thank you for giving me the platform. And I will continue to do this as long as you guys ask me back. I mean, it won't take much for you to get a yes out of me. I'll tell you that.
Good to hear.
Because
Well,
what I see, here's what I see. I see that the fact that, as I mentioned earlier, my best defense is to have my offense to be able to be heard on a regular basis and possibly be a voice of reason, voice of many voices of reason on your panel. I'm honored that I can do this because we're all like-minded, and that's what's going to happen. More like-minded people are going to band together, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to change this paradigm, this existing paradigm, make it one where we all live in fellowship. And as John Lennon say, all we got to do is give peace a chance. All we're saying, that's all we're saying. And the man would still be here, if he didn't, scare the bejesus out of people with that thought process. And as I said, I hope someday everybody will be on the same page and join us. And then, as John said, then the world could be as one because we're all connected. We've got to give the power back to the people. People talk about the 99%. That's us. That's us. Why are we thinking that one person can't make a difference? We can make a difference. I think I've made a difference tonight. And not only the people that are listening, chat room and the panel, but the world. People will be buzzing tomorrow about what I did tonight. And there's going to be a lot of people going to be backpedaling and buying luggage to get out of the country.
Stephen, I want to thank you for having the courage to speak your truth tonight. It reminds me of Picasso saying, the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. And you have found your gift of disseminating the truth through your videos, through the book that you are currently writing, and sharing that gift with the world. So thank you so much for being on our show tonight.
Well, I want to thank you. As I said, I'm happy to be here and thankful for the opportunity. I'm glad that you've given me the opportunity tonight.
Stefan, do you have any contact with POTUS?
With who?
POTUS.
President at this time.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna get you all the help you need, buddy.
Well, I thank you very much.
Because I know somebody really big, really big. It starts with one letter, and you know what I'm talking about, right? Do you know what person I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know it is.
It starts with one letter. It's right at, it's before you get to R.
Well, as I said before, I thank you for the opportunity, and it's my deepest hope that everyone listening will be empowered by my story.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome here anytime. If you ever want to do something you want to get off your chest, even if you're pissed off or not, you're welcome to come back anytime you want. You just say, ask, Max, can I have a show with you? You got it.
Well, Max, it's funny, but you would probably love to hear my comedic side. For those of you listening, if you want to get a chuckle tonight, go to YouTube and look for It's a Crazy World. I've got 12 tracks on comedy. And I think people would enjoy hearing one of the best stand-up, sit-down comedians who doesn't perform live at any club.
Okay. Give you let me say my website is max21d.com. You can contact me at Special Forces 1953 at gmail.com, or if it's really heavy duty information, please send it to Special Forces 1953 at protonmail.com. It is encrypted from end to end. You want protection? That's where you get it. I want to thank you, Stefan, for being on the show. You are returning for next week's show. Same time, same station. This is the Wolf Spirit Radio Freedom Network. And it's all in honor to our friend here, Stefan Sindoni.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. This is the Max Steel Show. We're going to end it right now. I want to thank all of you that have been listening all over the world. And my friend, Putin, Vladimir Putin, thank you for listening to the show. He was listening. I just want to say that on the end. Okay? Also want to thank Tampa Stadium Hotel in Tampa, Florida, that were so kind and so beautiful in helping me out. And I want to thank them. The Econo Lodge where I was going to stay, they didn't have the proper accommodation, but they did help me get into this hotel next door. I want to thank them too. So everyone, we'll see you next week on the Max Steel Show with my wife, Nicole. Oh, one last thing. Hey, Nicole, you know what?
What?
I love you, honey.
I love you too. And thank you, everyone.
And thank you, everyone. And we'll see you next week with Jennifer, Nicole, myself, Vanessa, and Russ, my executive director. See you next week. I love you all. Take care.